teen boys anonymously answer 7 burning questions. Bro, my fucking nose.
Do you watch porn?
It's accessible, and because it's accessible and it's there, uh, people use it. I'm one of them.
Bro, just say yes. It's accessible and it's there and people use it and stuff. So yeah, I'm one of them. Bro, just say yes. What's so hard about saying yes? Just say yes.
I think most guys can agree that they have at least at some point watched it, and I mean, if you can enjoy it in a healthy way, if you can enjoy masturbating in a healthy way, I think then like by all means go for it. But
Yeah, I do watch porn. God. A lot of my teenage
Is that a fedora that I'm seeing? Is this motherfucker a Discord mod? Oh hell no.
years, I spent a lot of time self-obsessing over it to the point where it kind of became an addiction. And it took until very recently to get out of the hole of, paying for porn. I do watch it, but I don't like that I watch it.
I'm gonna bring everyone else into the conversation.
I said no. I used to watch it a lot before. I would say I was addicted to it. My dad is in prison, so there was no one really for me to talk to about sex. So porn was my education on sex.
From personal experience, it messed me up because after watching it so much, I'm sure we've all been there where you're on page 5 and like nothing is right. Like you're looking for that right video, but your dopamine like receptors and everything is so messed up at this point that the same thing that would get you off wouldn't get you off anymore, right? I went so deep into it. Where I'm a straight man, I started watching trans porn because it was just erotic in a different way that I've never seen before. I needed more stimulation.
Because of pornography.
Yeah, because of pornography. So I don't think it's just entertainment. It actually affects with your brain and the way you perceive love.
Do you think that a lot of teenagers or teen boys are really educated on the effects of pornography?
No.
No.
Not at all.
Have you ever cried in front of someone else?
I have struggled with stubborn blackheads since I was a teenager, and I thought it was
I
something
don't
I was just
know.
going to have to live with for the rest of my life.
I'm a teen boy. I can answer these questions. I do watch porn, but not anymore. Um, I don't think I've cried in front of someone. I don't think so, at least. I don't remember if I did.
I wholeheartedly agree with the statement. I feel like it's easier to open up towards women, which is kind of embarrassing, but like, quite frankly, I feel like they understand emotions more because they really understand the whole.
Don't listen to this motherfucker. Do not cry in front of a girl. Don't open up to a girl. Why? Because they are going to think you are a pussy. They are going to think you are a bitch. They are going to think you are a loser. Girls do not like emotional men. They think they do, but they don't. They use it against you. Don't do it.
Well, crying, I mean, I feel like crying is sort of normal to them, and they see it as like a way to express themselves.
It's interesting that you said that you're more comfortable to cry in front of women. I had a girlfriend and she broke up with me over text. And before that, we were like talking and I cried in front of her and I was being honest. And I thought that's what you're supposed to do. That's what my dad taught me, right? But I guess she interpreted it as being insecure. And she
See? You see? You see what I'm saying? Don't do that, bro. Don't cry to girls.
broke up with me and
They gonna think you a loser. They gonna think you a bitch. They gonna think you a pussy. They gonna think you is a girl.
that really messed me up for a little while because it's like, well, now I know I can't show any kind of insecurity. So I don't like crying in front of women. Like I'd rather cry in front of some family that I trust, right?
That's interesting because I'd rather find a stranger on the street and tell them everything I'm going through because I will never see them again in my life. And I feel like they won't be able to judge me. 'Cause
No
I'll
strings
never
attached.
see them.
I'd rather have a stranger think I'm strong and my family know all my problems. So it's interesting.
Feminism has gone too far.
Ooh. Yes. Yes, it has. Cause now there's like so many women out there and girls hating men just to hate men for no reason, right? It used to be about actually feminism. Feminists used to have an actual cause. Now they've accomplished that, you know? They get treated better than guys and shit, right? You know, they're let off easier, they get things easier, right? They got it easy. They got it easy now, right? They achieved that goal of basically getting better getting better treatment than they had. Now, it's like, bro, now it's like now they're just shitting on men because to shit on men. That's all I'm gonna say.
In the feminism movement, there's so much of tearing down men or trying to put men back in their spot. But if the women want us men to step up, then I feel like it'd be a lot more productive instead of tearing down men and telling us all what we're doing wrong, than to, on the other hand, to build us up. I guess for the sake of keeping us accountable for our actions, and as men, we also need to step up. Giving females more opportunities to certain things, I just think that's quite unfair, and it's like you got to put in the work, you got to put in the certain things to earn these things, and it's not like women are granted less access to these jobs. I mean, I know there's plenty of women who are in business who are doing good things for America. I just find it counterintuitive that this whole feminist movement is advocating for equal rights in certain things when they already have access to them.
I'm a feminist, I guess. I believe in the equality of men and women. I think that when we talk about feminism, a lot of it boils down to employment. I think that the bringing down of men, you guys keep on saying bringing down men and shaming them. I think that is way overstated. I have never been shamed for my maleness.
I think, you know, if you look at any movement,
Bro obviously doesn't have access to the internet. That's all that's all women ever do on the internet. Talk shit about guys.
there's definitely going to be like a radical portion of that movement. But at the same time, I want to open up the question to you guys. Do any of you guys have personal experience where you feel you've been brought down, you know, like to bring a woman up?
A little bit, like in high school, and it's not like the worst thing in the world. We have like an ASB in my sophomore year. There was like happy thoughts, right? Like every Friday, you just write something and you put it in the bin. It'll just be the girls and then some, you know, more of the feminine guys complimenting each other, which is not a problem. But as they're complimenting each other, oh look at you, you're killing it, and then they'll even like insult me. It went from being happy thought to build up women day. You know what I mean?
I feel like there's a wall, and we should break down that wall and focus on the human race. Not
yeah.
women, not men, not Mexicans, not this. We should all bring each other up.
I've been anxious about
But that will never happen because the world is full of too much hate.
my penis size.
I started watching pornography, I think around the age of 11 or 12, and that's a very impressionable, vulnerable place to be in. So of course, there's always these feelings about looking at your body.
Yeah, and I think the competition is probably what affects me the most part. You know, it's the thing you're like, I know good and well there's dudes bigger than me, and she says it doesn't matter, but it still plays on my mental when I go to sleep at night.
Currently, I'm not really like afraid of the size that I have because I am kind of becoming more confident in my body and the way that I am. And I don't really feel like it's going to matter nearly as much when you're with someone for 10 years as you are for like a one-night stand. So I am not personally like that uncomfortable with my size.
Everything that you just said like is true, and like you just need to become confident in your own self by knowing what people really look for. But like it's hard to get on Netflix and watch Euphoria and think like these are like grown-ass men playing high school people, and you think like, well, that's not what I look like. And then you think about like every person that I have been with or will be with has probably seen this. I think that's really where that anxiety comes from. It's just the fact that other people.
I think it's mainly about expectations. Like you expect it to be grand, and then it's like average. Especially with women. Women expect your Jane to be, not her. You feel me?
We'll probably have expectations.
I have questioned my sexuality.
No.
The Dragon's Saddle is one thing, but the Iron Throne is the most dangerous seat in the realm.
Ads on YouTube must be so annoying, but with 3 clicks, you can install an ad blocker and you'll never see ads again.
I guess growing up, I was never one of like the jocks of school. I always was into music, I was always into theater, and so growing up, you know, I was always bullied because of that, because I was being too gay or whatever, and I always hung out with the girls. And so I definitely did kind of buy into what everyone else was saying, the peer pressure of like saying, oh, you're gay, this is how you're gonna end up turning out because this is how you are now. With where I am now in my life, I've just kind of gotten to a place where I've grown to be confident. I know what my identity is.
People thinking that definitely, like, it gets you thinking, you know? It gets you thinking like, well, like, am I? Or should I be? You know, it's like, should I be attracted to dudes because I like things that are quote unquote gay? You know, but then I guess it just reveals the issue that like, we've made.
Man, I like what you like, man. I like what I like. Skateboarding, music, streaming, goth and emo girls. Oh, yeah.
Certain things gay and made certain things straight.
Yeah, right. Mine didn't stem from any kind of like extra like curricular activity. My stuff stemmed from porn, as I mentioned before. And when I started watching trans porn, and it's weird to say, but like I got really nervous. I got really nervous back then.
Yo, bro went down a loophole. Bro was so deep, and he started watching trans. Bro was in a loophole. Was he watching like Fuda? You know, girls with ding dings.
We had to be gay.
Bro got too deep in.
And so, you know, I did my research on it, and I was kind of obsessed with trying to figure out like what this could mean. And all the stuff I would look up was saying like, if you watch trans porn, you're still straight because they're women and stuff like that. But I'm thinking like, what would my family think? I've never sought out, like every time I talk to a trans woman in real life, there's no like actual attraction there. So I'm still lost in the fact of what I actually am attracted to. But I guess I am still straight because they are women.
Are you though?
Right now, I feel happy with my sexuality, and
I mean, if they got a ding ding, you might be a little. If they don't got a ding ding, I guess you're safe. I guess you're safe, man.
feel that it's not wrong to question your sexuality in terms of law in America. Like, you're free to question whatever you want. You can question your religion. You can question your culture. It's just society is the things that constrains those certain things to be what's normal and what's wrong.
I feel like there's such a strong stigma to be straight, you know, like, or strong like a pushing you into it, that even right now I feel the desire to like explain myself, even though we're anonymous right now. I feel like I've never been with I've only been with like actual like cis women, but like I know this, like no one is judging me. We're all here to be honest. But it's such a stigma that from the last 18 years of my life, that in this moment right now I feel embarrassed and ashamed for something that's just the way it is,
I'm scared of dying.
Hell yeah, I'm scared of dying.
I think of it as like, I'm extremely scared of death. I mean, I watched my father die like right before me. It's a scary thing.
I don't want to die soon.
And just the idea of like nothing.
I'm specifically scared of early death, of early dying. Like, I don't want to die next week. I want to die when I'm like 78. You feel me? I want to see my grandkids.
It's just extremely terrifying to me. It's like you don't really know what's going on. Like, are you even thinking? Are you even there? You're just a blip out of just space.
It is terrifying. We don't know. And as a Christian, I want to pretend that like I know that there's heaven and hell, but at the end of the day, I genuinely don't know.
I think I always had the fear as a kid growing
I believe in reincarnation.
up that.
Like, babies get born every day. There's no way that like we just die and that's it. There's eternal darkness. Like there has to be something on the other side. whether that's being reincarnated and living another life again, or heaven and hell. Who knows? I don't know.
You know, I'm gonna die
Or being a
and
dog.
not fulfill like
Cat,
what I
bird.
wanted to do here on Earth, right? But every time I thought about dying, it was as an old person. But when I started working as a lifeguard, this lady and her friend came to the pool, and you know, I have the music going and everything. She just starts having a seizure, and luckily, you know, I did everything right, and EMS showed up, and she was safe. But then 2 weeks later, she unfortunately had another seizure while driving, and she died. And that's when I realized life is like, it can happen to anyone at any point. And if I just die and don't do anything with my life, then that's what I'm scared of.
I said that I don't fear death because I, unlike you guys, I don't really have an experience, so much hands-on experience with death.
I don't have an experience either.
Am I afraid of the fact that I will die someday? No. But I think, you know, obviously the fact that it might come way sooner than you expect is a scary thought. But like, it's the one thing that makes life like special. You know what I mean? It's the one thing I feel like that actually gives meaning to it. Because if you would never die, then you would never do anything. You know, because you would always have more time to do it.
That's kind of true. That's kind of true. That's true.
Do you guys feel like you can actually be your genuine self when you're like talking to a girl or hanging out with a girl?
There's definitely a difference between like talking or opening up to like my friends that are girls versus like.
I think you have to hide certain aspects of yourself when you talk to a girl. Like the jokes you would normally say to one of your homeboys, you would not say to a girl. Or like maybe manners, you would change your manners, you would change like a lot of shit while talking to a girl. Because you don't talk to a girl the way you talk to your homeboys. Like the way you talk to your homeboys is like your real genuine self, right? Because you don't have to hold back. But when you talk to other people like strangers and girls, it's a whole nother you.
Like a girl that I'm interested in.
Like obviously if you're trying to impress a girl, you're gonna be dressed nicely, you're gonna wear some cologne, you're not gonna like fart around her, right? It's like it's a filter thing. But like when it comes to your mom, like your mom's a girl, and I wholeheartedly trust my mom. So I'm gonna be myself around the people I trust more.
I guess that's what it is. There's a lot of times I walk away with talking to a girl I'm really interested in. I'm like, man, I didn't just go up and be me. And then my best friend, right? he used to be my best friend. He's kind of a womanizer, but I see him get so much like, you know, success. And every time I've gotten success is doing things that he's done, which is just putting on a facade, telling them what they want to hear.
I think it's good to be yourself because, I mean, you can only put a mask on for so long. It's refreshing to talk to people and realize that I'm not the only one who feels a certain way about things. It's nice, and it's a step in the right direction for me in becoming more comfortable with being open and honest with everybody.
I think just the whole open conversation, like this won't bite me in the end later, or like someone's not gonna listen to this and think, oh, that guy's bad. I have more safety of expressing my honest opinions, and whether those be good opinions or bad opinions, it's a better way to express one's true self without trying to be influenced by what high school is and all the people influencing you in high school. Because
do they see each other, or it's like they really just in a dark ass room with like a red light under them? Like they have to be able to see each other, bro. Like, come on, bro's face is red over here, bro. I'ma see you if I'm sitting next to you.
Frankly, high school is just popular culture, what people think is popular.
Thank you so much.
Oh, they had him. Wait, did they put mask on? Oh no, they put mask on at the end. I thought they already had mask on. I want to look at the comments.